Dragonflies are the first flying insects in the world. Its appearance has existed since the Carbon Age around 360 to 29 billion years ago, which originated from aquatic insects that evolved and had the ability to fly. Dragonflies from the Anisoptera suborder and damselfly from the Zygoptera suborder have relatively easily recognizable differences in their body shape. Dragonflies generally have a relatively large body size, and when perched on a place their wings will open to the side. While the damselfly has a smaller body size, the abdomen looks like a needle, and when it reaches the wings on its back it closes or sticks together. Just like insects in general, the body structure of a dragonfly consists of 3 parts, namely a head with large eyes, a chest or thorax with 4 wings and 3 pairs of legs, and a stomach or abdomen consisting of 10 segments. Data from various sources convey that currently there are 6,000 types of dragonflies in the world, and about 15% or about 900 species live in Indonesia. In several regional languages in Indonesia, dragonflies have other names such as Papaton in Sundanese, Kin in Java, and Caucasia in Banjarmasin. The regions in Indonesia that have the most dragonfly diversity are in Papua. From existing data, Papua has about 400 types of dragonflies and is still growing because many have not been identified, followed by Sumatra and Kalimantan, which each have 280 species of dragonflies, and Sulawesi and Maluku, which each have 140 species. Dragonflies and damselflies live in habitats such as forests, rice fields, gardens, rivers, lakes, to rural and urban settlements. These insects are also able to live in coastal areas to land with an altitude of 3,000 meters above sea level. Dragonflies can fly in all directions, including sideways and backwards, even flying stationary at one point for more than a few minutes. In fact, dragonflies of the Pateliflavescens species can fly a distance of 11,000 miles and break the record for the farthest migration of insects in the world. The ability to fly comes from 2 pairs of wings with muscles between the head and abdomen that can move in different directions. With the form and ability to fly that is not excessive, the dragonfly has earned the nickname of the Legend of the Flying Dragon. This type of insect cannot live in areas far from water because they have a habit of laying their eggs around stagnant water plants. After the dragonfly eggs hatch, dragonfly larvae will live and develop on the bottom of the water, then undergo metamorphosis and become nymphs until they emerge from the water, turning into adult dragonflies. Meanwhile, adult dragonflies that we often find are only able to survive for 4 months. Most of the life of a dragonfly is spent in the nymph form with an internal gill respiratory system below the surface of the water. The dragonfly nymph is a vicious animal that can hunt and prey on tadpoles and small fish. As adults, dragonflies can catch mosquitoes, flies, and other small insects. The negative effects of climate change are not felt in everyday human life but also in the life of insects such as dragonflies. Climate change is one of the 4 main causes of the decline in dragonfly populations, in addition to chemical, biological, and pollinator loss. In addition, the increase in water temperature also affects the reproduction of dragonflies. The higher the water temperature, the lower the oxygen level, so that it is no longer suitable as a habitat for larvae and nymphs. Water pollution, shrinking agricultural land and green open space, conversion of forest functions, use of chemicals plus an increase in domestic and industrial waste has further narrowed the living space or habitat of dragonfly ecosystems in nature. Not only that, in Indonesia, currently hunting and trade in wild animals is not only focused on large animals such as tigers, rhinos, elephants and birds, but also small insects such as dragonflies. Although the popularity of dragonflies is still below the butterflies and beetles, collectors from abroad have started chasing them. It is hoped that the community can play an active role in protecting the environmental ecosystem properly so that the dragonfly population does not decrease sharply, in order to avoid the extinction of this one animal.